So, guys, a lot of people also have been talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Everybody is wanting to know what is the future of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. And we have been talking about this for so long. When it comes down to the Real Housewives of New Jersey, people are very confused because we're not getting an announcement. And people think that there was this strategic thing that happened behind the scenes with Melissa and Joe and Teresa in order to present some sort of reconciliation, in order to spearhead and get the show back on track. Well, Andy Cohen made it very obvious at BravoCon that that was not something that they were interested in. Pretty much just letting everybody know that we have been down this road multiple times and we don't care. That made me a little bit nervous. Now, with that, we also had the Real Housewives of Rhode Island that we got the trailer for at BravoCon. And you guys know that Dolores Catania is a huge part of that, like bringing the women together, sort of acting as like a head figure on that show. She even introduced me to one of the cast members, which I'm not gonna share with you guys just because unless you just go look on my Instagram,
isn't it?
It's a surprise, yeah.
Yeah, it's a surprise casting.
But now they're saying that they don't know if New Jersey is going to come back at all in any capacity. And the only reason that I could think that that would be, which I didn't even think of this, Jason is the one who came up with this. And I thought it was really smart. Sometimes he surprises me. Would be Real Housewives of Rhode Island. It's too close to home, and it's literally the exact same fucking show.
It's the exact show, and already in the trailer and everything we've been hearing about it, you can tell that there is just a really real dynamic between the women, and it looks great. So my theory is Andy has seen the first few episodes and is like, oh shit, this is Jersey on drugs, you know? So maybe we need to keep on pause until we have something better, or maybe we just can it all together. The problem is I think there's still stories on Jersey. I still want to see Margaret. I still want to see Melissa in some capacity. I want to see Teresa, you know? And so like, I think there's still a show there. I just don't think they know how to do it because it's not so easy anymore. It's not that we had all this family dynamic. That's kind of all disappeared. And over time, Housewives has gotten a little like volatile, you know? It's gotten a little rough. Well, also storylines, and people need to do big things and get arrested, go to prison, don't pay your taxes.
That's the other
fraudulent thing. Wait, it's like
we have to talk about that. We have to talk about that. But real quick before we get into that, the other part of that, what Jason is saying is that at the end of the day, you guys, there was, I think, this concern that if in fact they are trying to do this reconciliation to get the cameras back up after taking a 2-year pause, they already made a big F up with the Real Housewives of New York. It was a terrible, terrible casting decision. Yeah. What they did, Ebony K. Williams, Leah McSweeney, single-handedly or double-handedly completely destroyed that entire franchise. And then they thought, okay, we're going to pour $20 million into this franchise. We're going to revamp, refresh, revitalize, renew. No. What you did was you took the franchise and you stuck it in the trash can.
Totally. So, but what I have to say is they did everything that everyone was asking, including myself. We want to see New York. We want to see diversity. If you're going to recast this show, right? I want to see the women from the Upper East, Upper West. I want to see the lower Manhattan people. I want to see the Brooklyn girls. I want to see the Harlem girls. I want to see it all. And it just doesn't work because they're not real friends. They were put together. They were cast to be on a show together. That's why it didn't work. You know?
While I get Theo's ball so I don't have to listen to anybody behind me. Let us know exactly why you think this new because so far for the new cast of the Real Housewives of New York, you guys, we know that Jenna Lyons is out. We know that Brynn is out. We know that it's going to be so far Aaron Leachy, Sai De Silva, and Jessel Tank. But who
I love all three, and they have a real friendship now.
But let us know why you think this could work.
Yeah. Oh, and then I'm just going to be left here. Yes, I do have to say, the Real Housewives of New York, this is exactly what happened, is they just did not have real friendships. Now I think they have an opportunity because we have Aaron Leachy, we have Jessel, we have Sai De Silva. People love them. They've developed this friendship. If you guys would have seen them together at BravoCon, you would have seen the dynamic, and it's fun. And now that we have Sai getting involved in Bravo drama, you know, with Madison, etc., it's just kind of interesting to watch. So it's going to really depend on how they do the rest of this cast. Now, a lot of people were asking about, are they going to do a hybrid cast? Are they going to keep some of these new girls and bring back, Dorinda, some of the Luann, Sonia? I just don't know if that would work, because they've kind of put them to the side for so long and got them involved in other things. And even now, Andy Cohen and Bravo is looking at what other shows we can do to bring these people who aren't really on the current shows together, like the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip road trip kind of thing, And also you guys have Dorinda Medley's show coming out at Bluestone Manor, which is going to be kind of a below deck kind of style show where you have the people working downstairs and you have the guests upstairs, and real people will come stay at Bluestone Manor. So they're keeping them busy, but I don't think we're going to have that hybrid thing. Andy already shut it down at BravoCon, but they have to be really careful on how they cast the other 3 to 4 women and the friends of,
Is Dorinda going to invite us to come film the Bluestone Manor show?
We were invited. So if that does happen, I just want to put out a reminder. That's a reality TV show I would do. We've already been there.
Bluestone Manors is,
and it's amazing.
That's what everybody's calling the potential name, Bluestone Manors.
Bluestone Manors.
Yeah.
Manors. That's good. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
It took me a second.
Yeah. So, no, but I do think you guys, when it comes down to the Real Housewives of New Jersey, it's so nostalgic. I think that it would be a total loss to get rid of that cast. Yeah. But I do see also where production and the network, they have to do a better job of not sort of filtering and not letting this reconciliation that's happening off screen, because there was no interest to film it, sort of drive them to put the cameras back up and give us the exact same thing that was a toxic environment that happened the very last time, the reason that they got put on pause in the first place. So yeah, I get what they're doing. But okay. Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. Guys, if you have a question while we're switching subjects, go ahead and put a Q before, and we will answer those questions when we switch subjects. Did I just say that?
Okay. So I did want to talk about this for a second. Not really so much Sheena, even though Sheena did address the fact that she saw Tamra at BravoCon. I saw Sheena at BravoCon. I got the death stare.
I got plenty of death stare. I saw her way more than you did.
I mean,
and first it was let's talk, kind of and I was like, bitch, we've been down this road. I'm over it.
Not bitch.
Girl, sorry. I don't know. What do you say? Bitch,
yeah.
Girl? It's just slang. I'm not calling her a bitch. I'm not calling her a bitch. Yeah. She's not a bitch. She's a great mother, and she's an okay person and not a great friend.
Yeah. So